This week on Chuckload of Comics, we're breaking down all the nerd news of the week. We're also giving our review of Happy Time Murders and a new horror comic by Cullen Bunn called Cold Spots.
Woo-hoo!
Stick around, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is Chuckload of Comics. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Chuckload of Comics, your weekly nerd news source right here on YouTube.
Right.
Lots of amazing stuff happened this week.
Like
Lots of
what?
stuff to get into. Tons of stuff, man. We might be getting a Hellboy trailer really soon.
What?
Incredible comic book dropped by your boy, Mr. Cullen Bunn.
My man.
And some really interesting news from the CW Arrowverse. We're going to get into all of that stuff, as you can see on that sidebar over there.
So exciting.
Before we get into that, Ace Comic-Con news, people.
Of course.
Ace Comic-Con is the massive comic book convention that's going to be descending upon the city of Chicago, Navy Pier, October 12th through the 14th.
So excited.
Get your tickets because it's really growing week to week. They're adding all kinds of new people. The biggest one who just dropped.
What's that, Chuck?
Back in 1973, a character was created that changed the landscape of comic books as we know it, and is now the biggest character in the MCU. Of course, we're talking about this little guy right here, the Mad Titan himself, Thanos.
That's right.
First appeared in the Invincible Iron Man issue 55 back in 1973. Well, the creator of Thanos, Jim Starlin, is coming to Ace Comic-Con. I've never met Jim Starlin.
Me neither.
I can't wait to meet and talk to Mr. Jim Starlin. He's going to be there signing autographs for free.
Right?
I think. Not 1,000% sure about it, but usually they do that stuff for free.
Yeah,
you just kind of wait in line.
do.
So Jim Starlin's going to be there. He created, obviously, Thanos. He created Drax. He created Gamora.
That's insane.
Adam Warlock, also created by Mr. Jim Starlin. Well, he's going to be there talking about all this stuff. Maybe he'll do a panel. Maybe he'll just be signing autographs. I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter. It's so cool that he's just going to be there.
This guy created the Infinity Gauntlet.
The gauntlet that is in everyone's mind now.
Deep embedded in your mind stones. The Infinity Stones, all created by Jim Starlin. Find out more about Jim Starlin at Ace Comic-Con at Navy Pier. He's going to be there. I'm really getting excited about Ace Comic-Con, people. Lots of VIP tickets still available, and of course, general admission tickets, 3-day passes. Kids tickets are only $5.
That's so cool.
Bring
I
the
love that they think about
kiddies.
the kids.
Bring the kiddies to Ace Comic-Con for $5.
Who else is going to be there, Chuck?
Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley was just announced also. Everybody loves Tim Seeley from his independent book Revival. He did an amazing run of, he did a book called Grayson about Dick Grayson. He did Batman Eternal. He's done everything. Tim Seeley's a big name
Local
in
Chicagoan.
comic books. He's from Chicago. Fellow Chicagoan,
That's
Mr.
right.
Tim Seeley. And of course, Chuckload of Comics will be broadcasting live the entire weekend.
Only the best for
From
you.
Ace Comic-Con. Ace is hooking us up with a big fat booth. We're going to be doing a whole live show all weekend long in October. So if you haven't subscribed to Chuckload of Comics, click that button for constant updates all week. We're going to be doing live shows, interviews,
Trivia contests.
All kinds of, we haven't even thought of everything we're going to do. We're going to do quite a bit. So check us out on YouTube in October for Ace Comic-Con and get your tickets at aceuniverse.com.
That's right.
Next big story that happened this week.
What's that, Chuck?
In the world of CW.
Yeah.
If you're unaware, CW does a lot of shows. They do a lot of DC shows.
They are a television network.
Well, every year around Christmas time, in a very Doctor Who style thing, right around the holidays, they do a big Arrowverse crossover where they bring the Flash and Supergirl and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow all together in one 3-night super event.
It's always fun.
Well, they announced the dates this week. It's going to air December 9th through the 11th.
So cool.
There it is.
This is always
Thanks for
the
watching.
thing I look forward to the most from the CW.
It's
I love
great.
this crossover.
Last year was Crisis on Earth X, which was spectacular.
So cool. Supergirl was like a Nazi in
There were
Earth X.
Nazis.
It was like it was
a weird
crazy.
one, but it was fantastic. It was
good.
cinema quality stuff.
Yep.
Crisis on Earth X last year. This year, though, which something has changed.
What's that?
It's kind of got fans kind of freaked out. Legends of Tomorrow is not going to be part of the crossover.
What?
Which is weird because they're always a big part of the crossover.
And they're always one of the fun parts
They're
of
like
the
the comic
crossover.
relief
Yeah.
of the crossover. Well, they're not
Aw.
going to be in it. Very strange. It's just going to be Arrow, Flash, Supergirl.
No.
You know who else isn't going to be there?
Ooh.
Black Lightning.
Oh, goodness.
No Black Lightning. That raises some questions. Are they going to cancel Black Lightning?
And Legends of Tomorrow?
And Legends of Tomorrow. I think what they're doing, because
Ugh.
season 2 of Black Lightning launches in October,
Uh-huh.
I think they're just going to wait and see how season 2 does. If season 2 doesn't do very
Oh, no.
good, they might be canceling Black Lightning.
I'm not surprised. I thought the
Not a Black
storyline
Lightning
of Black
fan?
Lightning was great. I just can't stand his costume. It's the worst costume ever.
Come on, you all agree.
It's so
the Black
bad.
Lightning costume's rough, man. It looks like bad cosplay.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Anyway,
But
moving on.
You know who is going to be in the big crossover? This is going to be our first appearance of Batwoman.
That
The
woman.
recently announced Ruby Rose is going to be portraying Batwoman in an upcoming standalone series on the CW, where we're going to get our first look at Batwoman December 9th through the 11th on the big CW Arrowverse crossover.
That's really cool. I really like Ruby Rose, but I'm having trouble picturing her as a hero. I don't know. But I guess it's a dark hero.
She has kind of a villainy look about her.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to be a dark character.
Yep.
All the Bat people are usually very dark characters.
Good, true.
So
Very true.
I'm looking forward to seeing the first look at Ruby Rose.
Me too.
At this crossovers. And if you've never watched the CW crossover, you absolutely have to watch it. It's a fun event. It's right around
Yeah.
Christmas time. It's just fun. Sit home. It's cold outside. Just binge watch
Yeah.
the hell out of some Arrowverse.
And it always never has anything to do with the current storylines of each show. So you can have never seen any of these shows and
Exactly.
just start watching this. It's fun. Like
It's a
Chuck said,
great-
it's like a standalone movie.
It's a great jumping on point.
Yeah.
If you've only watched The Flash and you haven't watched the other ones, watch the crossovers, because then you start learning about the other characters. I learned a lot about Supergirl and
Yep,
Arrow.
Arrow.
I'm really just mostly a Flash
Yep.
person. I love The Flash. I think it's the best one they got. So yeah, check it out. Crossover, December 9th through the 11th.
Sweet.
And that's about all I have to say about
Can't
that.
wait.
Next up, speaking of things I'm super excited about,
Yeah.
trailer upcoming for Hellboy.
What?
It is imminent. It
Wait.
is so close.
I think you have an image, right? We
Oh
got
yeah,
we got the new
Check it out.
image
This
of
is the
Hellboy.
first image of David Harbour as
Uh-huh.
Hellboy. Wow.
Wow.
That looks really good.
looks really familiar.
It looks very. Okay. Anyway, we posted this on Facebook, and people actually thought that this was really the David Harbour as Hellboy. It's
Come
not.
on, people, it's Thanos.
Clearly Thanos in a spectacular Photoshop job.
Clearly Josh Brolin.
Amazing Photoshop job. Whoever did this, my hat is off to you. But okay, so why do we think that the Hellboy trailer is imminent? Because David Harbour is hitting the interview circuit.
That sounds pretty promising to me.
He's talking a lot about the character of Hellboy, what
Yep.
people can expect from the character of Hellboy. I'm going to read his quote that I think was from Variety.
Okay.
David Harbour says, and I quote, it's a long quote, I hope I can get through it without stuttering. He is a creature that was meant to bring about the end of the world, and he just sort of wants to be a good guy. He's got that complexity to him. He's also a monster who lives among human beings, so he's, in a sense, fighting for human beings against his fellow monsters, and yet the humans hate him because they fear him and they think he's weird looking and everything.
Weird looking and everything.
Phenomenal quote, David.
Wow.
I really like that quote because it kind of shows us that David Harbour is going to really have a real character-driven. It's not going to be a comedy. It's really going to be about Hellboy and who he is as a character,
Right.
Which is dope.
Yeah, I agree, because Hellboy is a really tormented character.
He
I mean,
is.
he doesn't know, kind of like what David Harbour was saying. He doesn't know if he belongs with the humans or the demons. He feels like he has no place in life.
Yes,
So
he's here
struggling
to
with
bring
that.
about the end of the world, but since he was raised by humans, he kind of
He likes
has become
humans.
very human-ish. So if you don't know very much about Hellboy, get excited for the movie that comes out in January. So the movie comes out in January, and we still haven't seen a trailer.
No poster, no trailer, no nothing.
I think the trailer's on its way because David Harbour is starting to make his rounds.
That makes sense.
I think that they're going to partner it with Venom.
That makes perfect sense, actually, because Venom's R-rated, right? And
Yes.
we're thinking
Well,
Hellboy's
no.
going to be...
Actually, they said Venom's gonna go for hard PG-13.
Interesting.
Which I think makes sense, but that's a whole other topic for another day. The Venom rating. But it's going to be a very dark film. It's directed by Neil Marshall, who you know did The Descent,
Right.
which was a blood and guts, gory, awesome movie. If you've never seen Neil Marshall's The Descent, go out, watch it. I think it's on Netflix right now.
great.
It's amazing.
Well worth it.
Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy, is one of the writers. He was one of the screenplay writers on this movie, which is
always
awesome.
comforting to know that the writer of the comic is participating in the writing of the script. I
Exactly,
love that.
because the script is going to be based on Nimue the Blood Queen, who is an awesome character. This character is going to be played by Mila Jovovich.
So cool!
Which is awesome. I haven't seen her in a while unless you've been watching the Resident Evil movies, which I haven't, but hey, whatever. Also, Ian McShane is going to be playing Professor Broom. Professor
cool.
Bruttenholm is going to be played by Ian McShane. You know Ian McShane from
Deadwood,
American Gods. Very awesome dark character. This is not going to be a comedy. This is going to be a dark film. Probably going to get a hard R rating, I would imagine.
I'm excited.
And I would expect to see a trailer really, really soon because David Harbour's making his rounds.
Yes. So
it might
cool.
drop next week.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows?
Don't tease me like that, Chuck.
So thanks for watching our little clip of Hellboy right now. So moving on to happier things. Happy Time Murders.
Have you heard of this movie, people?
We saw Happy Time Murders. So we're going to give you our whole review. I was super excited about this. Ever since I saw the first trailer for Happy Time Murders, I was like, oh my God, this is a game changer.
Right?
This movie's going to turn people's heads.
For those of you that don't know, it's a Muppet movie, but it's highly adult rated.
It's Muppets and puppets live in a world with humans, kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, only with Muppets instead of cartoons. They walk around, they lead normal lives. They're a second-class citizen. Yep. Because nobody really respects the Muppets, which I think is hysterical. Right. Puppets are they're the low men on the totem pole. The low socks in the drawer.
That's right.
Is what they are. So currently it's sitting at 24 on Rotten Tomatoes and I think 45 from viewers.
I couldn't disagree with that more.
I loved this movie.
I know.
I thought it was really, really great, but I do kind of see what people are saying. Because when you watch the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a nonstop laugh riot from start to finish. It looks like it's going to be like Team America World Police, you know, the South Park movie with the marionettes and stuff. That movie was just a joke nonstop. There was no seriousness to that movie at all. This movie really takes itself seriously, surprisingly.
It's more plot than funny. I mean, which is fine. That's what comedies should be, I think,
It is
in some sense.
an homage to those 80s buddy cop films. Movies like 48 Hours and
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. Who's Harry Crumb?
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. It's very much a buddy cop film. You know, it follows those kind of traditional beats of the old 80s buddy cop movie, which I think people just don't like anymore.
Maybe
they think the plot's a little too simple for today's super fancy moviegoers.
I know, right?
Kind of like a Cop Out. Kevin Smith's Cop Out didn't do very well in theaters, but it was the same kind of thing. It was just like a buddy cop movie.
That's true.
If you go into this movie just expecting a fun 80s style buddy cop movie, and don't expect a laugh riot from start to finish, because it really goes up and down in the jokes. When it's taking itself seriously, it's taking itself very seriously.
But when it's joking, it's freaking hysterical. Like, we were in a theater of maybe 20 people,
10
unfortunately, on the opening night. But everyone was laughing out loud when you were supposed to, when the jokes were happening.
Exactly.
It was great.
None of the jokes kind of fell flat. When they were telling jokes, they were on point. But a lot of it is just very serious. They deal with serious things like, you know, police accidentally shooting people and living with the grief and drug abuse and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's got some pretty heavy beats. But when it wants to be funny, it's absolutely hysterical. Stick around for the credit sequence. The funniest part of the movie is the credit sequence, because that is the behind the scenes. So it shows the people doing the puppetry, the puppets, people in green screen walking puppets around. That's the funniest part of the whole movie, is the behind the scenes credit sequence. Not the post credit sequence, because I don't think there was a post credit sequence.
No, just the actual
Just when the credits
sequence.
roll, they show all the behind the scenes stuff, which is just
so good.
Hysterical.
Thank you, Brian Henson, for producing and directing this movie. Brian Henson, of course, is the son of Jim Henson and now the current runner of Jim Henson Studios. So thank you, Brian, for taking this risk and putting this movie out. I know it's not being welcomed with loving arms by viewers, but trust me, it'll be a cult classic.
It will.
For sure.
Will. Once people start seeing this thing once, twice, 3 times, it's going to be an instant cult classic. And it's probably only going to be in theaters for like 2 weeks. So get out there and see it. Show your support for this very brave endeavor from Brian Henson. I mean, he took a gamble. He rolled the dice, because this is taking very childish imagery and making it put in very adult situations.
Very raunchy situations.
Very raunchy and adult. Don't take your kids to this movie. It is a hard R. Practically NC-17. I mean, the stuff that happened in this movie, if they would have been normal people, it would have been a porn. There's a really great Basic Instinct scene that I'm not going to tell you about. that, oh my God, it's hysterical. So anyway, Happy Time Murders. Definitely check it out. It's worth your money. It really, really is.
Agreed.
Moving on to our comic book picks of the week, man. This one right here. If you're a fan of Cullen Bunn,
who
is a just god in the comic book industry right now. This book right here is called Cold Spots. And when Cullen Bunn sets his mind to doing a dark horror book, he's the best in the business.
Right?
He absolutely crushes it with his horror stuff. Books like Regression, Harrow County.
Yes.
The dude knows how to do dark, scary horror. And this book right here, Shauna recommended it.
Absolutely.
I wasn't sure about it. I didn't know what it was, but we picked it up. This is issue number 1, and it's great.
I love me some Cullen Bunn. And the fact that it's only a 5-part series, so this is issue 1 that came out this week. And like Chuck was saying, man, you can't just not pick up a horror book by Cullen Bunn.
Yeah.
You have to.
If you ever see a horror book by Cullen Bunn, you got to grab it.
Yep.
It's nice that it's just a mini-series. He's going to have a start and a finish. The book is very dark. It's very amazingly drawn by Mark Torres.
Yes.
There's no sunlight in this book. It's and when there is sunlight, it's even creepy.
It's very
foggy and
it's
cold
very foggy,
and dark.
The ambiance in the book is just amazing.
It's
like,
a ghost
sets the
story,
tone.
essentially. I mean, I can tell you everything about it, but there's some supernatural stuff. There's some ghostly stuff living in the shadows. By page 2, if you're not hooked, that page turn from page like 2 to 3 was like, oh my God, I'm going to love this book.
Yep.
It grabs you right from the beginning. So definitely check out Cold Spots. You're not gonna be disappointed. If you're a fan of The Ring and kind of that dark, creepy vibe of the movie The Ring, you're gonna love this book. Get on it. Cold Spots. Cullen Bunn. Well done, sir.
Yay! We love you, Cullen Bunn.
Big fans of your new book. So that's about all we got, guys. That's kind of your nerd news of the week. If we forgot anything, leave it in the comment section. Let us know what we forgot. Maybe we'll use it in a standalone show. Again, we're going to be at Ace Comic Con October 12th through the 14th. Click that subscribe button, guys. Join the Chuckload of Comics family. We're here every single Sunday, giving you the news of the week, all the nerdy stuff in the world of fandom. We try to cover it every single Sunday.
That's right.
Right here on YouTube. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you here next week. Have a fantastic week.
Bye-bye.